Alright, let's experiment with a new way of making a scoop for coffee. This is a piece of Santa Cruz Island ironwood. It's been sitting in my pile for about a year now. I had to trim this tree to get my shed in place. And of course you never throw away a good piece of wood, so I have a few of these left. And I have an idea for making a coffee scoop that is less use of my die grinders and things and more use of my lathe. So let's do that experiment and see what happens. Right about now, I will turn this thing on while my good buddy Robot Harry tells you a little bit about this tree, because that's what he's good at.
Unbelievable. I am a supercomputer designed to perform extremely complex calculations at a significantly faster rate than traditional computing systems. I process vast amounts of data in parallel, using thousands or even millions of processing cores, interconnected by high-speed communication networks. My computing prowess is measured in terms of floating point operations per second, flops, which is a measure of how many mathematical calculations I can perform in 1 second. I can achieve speeds of quadrillions of flops, or exaflops, and Mr. Super Monkey here thinks that I am good at talking about trees. Okay, to be fair, I am good at that. The Santa Cruz ironwood is in the genus Lionotomnus, which is a monotypic genus of trees in the rose family. This tree is only naturally found on 4 islands off the coast of California. On these islands the tree grows clonally. As a result, entire groves of it can be genetically the same tree. The wood of the Catalina ironwood tree is dense, heavy, and hard, with a fine texture and straight or interlocked grain. It is typically light to medium orange in color, with darker and lighter streaks, and has a distinctive, attractive figure. The wood is also known for its high oil content, which makes it naturally resistant to water and decay. While the wood of the Catalina ironwood tree is highly durable, it can be difficult to work with due to its hardness and density. It is resistant to splitting and warping, but also difficult to saw, drill, and shape. Additionally, the wood has a tendency to dull tools quickly, which can make it challenging to work with using traditional woodworking tools. And I came up with that little tidbit for you while playing 7,397 simultaneous online chess games. The least you could do is hit that like button and then leave a comment telling ZW how much he underappreciates his narrator.
But you always get me in the end.
So I guesstimated this a little off. It's hard to center on the cold chuck, but you can see I need to take a little off the front of this, but not so much the back. The back is good. So then I'm going to shape this, put some texture in it, and then eventually this will get sacrificed off if I can get my my cuts real nice, and then I'll just sand that little nubbin. But first we got to try and hopefully creep up on this inner diameter from the outside and not go through down here, which should be okay. I gave myself a little wiggle room, but hey, it's an experiment. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is very confusing because you're turning things in different planes, but this is working out pretty good. I don't have as much wiggle room out here to try and deal with this. I'm gonna have to sand some of this, but we'll see. Super Scooper 5000 series. I've never tried that technique before. I don't think I've ever seen it before. It's something that popped into my head. I'm sure I didn't invent it because nothing's been invented. But the transition from spindle turning to bowl turning on the cold chuck and back to spindle turning is where it's hard, because you got to match your spheres up, your internal one with your external one. And you probably saw I had a little bit of work to get mine back. I think it's okay though. My rim around the edge is pretty conformed, but because it was a little off, this side's not going to be off. This side's harder to get together as well. So my bottom's a little thicker than I probably could have got it. For a first attempt, I think it turned out pretty good. It's actually a second attempt because I had one fall apart on me, but it was kind of fun to do spindle turning. You can make some cool handles, but also have a bowl in the process. So I really enjoyed that. So hopefully you did too. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you've seen someone else do this, let me know, because give them credit. And any other comments or suggestions y'all have, that's the Super Scooper 5000 series. Thanks for watching. Hit those buttons and we'll see you next time.